Cut your moss in 2 pieces. This is not yogurt. Crustacean. This stuff's good for breeding. Covered in muck, so it's also good for feeding. That's all I have, guys. If you came for the Papa Roach reference, that was it. Hey guys, Andrew here, and today we're gonna propagate Java moss the fast way. And like always, guys, there's gonna be an Easter egg in this video, so if you watch some of my previous videos, you'll know what's gonna be hidden throughout this video. If you do see the Easter egg in this video, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below with the timestamp, and I'll be sure you get a shout out in the next video. If you wanna know what the Easter egg is and what to look out for, well, you either have to watch the previous video or you stick around to the end and I'll let you know what it is, but not where it is. So here's the Java moss that we're working with, and we actually got a good bit of Java moss. And if you saw my other video about the best way to get aquarium plants or fish, then you know that I actually got this whole tub for free. So I'm really thankful for that, and it's really high quality. There's no algae in it, which sometimes it's real easy to get hair algae in there, and it's almost impossible to get it out. But this is some high quality Java moss. So today we're gonna propagate this because I got a project where I'm gonna make where I need an absolute ton of it. So let's get to how do we propagate Java moss the fast way. What you're gonna need is some kind of container with a dome. Here's what the lid looks like, and essentially it just helps it retain moisture by sitting on top, and then that way all the moisture stays in here because Java fern is an aquatic plant, or I guess Java moss, not Java fern, Java moss is an aquatic plant, and it needs to keep that moisture to make sure it doesn't dry out. So Java moss actually propagates more and better the more you cut it. So essentially wherever you cut Java moss, that is where it's going to be growing from. So if you got a giant piece, it's only going to grow from the ends of each side. But if you cut a giant piece into mini pieces like this, well, each piece is going to start growing from every cut here, from every strand, and every strand over here as well. And so if you cut up your Java fern, it's going to speed up the rate of growth by an absolute ton. And if you combine that with growing it out of water, but in a very moist environment, then it allows the CO2 to get it so that this grows even faster. So that's really the secret today, and I'm going to show you how I do that all here. So I actually went very heavy because I just have so much Java moss. I still got a ton left. So we're actually gonna wrap this around some driftwood that I have and get it in water so that this continue to grow and just cover driftwood. But the reason why I'm putting it over lava rock is because lava rock is very porous, and as this thing grows, it's gonna really stick and attach to the lava rock really easy since it's so porous. And what I want is once this thing is just a giant mat where you can't even see the lava rock, I can pull out a piece, I can cut it so I don't tear it off anything, and it'll just be a chunk that covers this whole entire lava rock. And so that whenever I put it into water, one, it will sink, and then two, at the same time, it won't float around anywhere because, well, it's attached to the lava rock. And so that's kind of the reason why I chose lava rock. But you can use whatever kind of filler, I guess, that you want it to kind of attach to. Now, the rest of the Java moss, I'm actually going to be attaching it to these rocks with thread, and I'm going to put it in the farm tank. And so that way I'll be able to start using this immediately while this is starting to grow out. So I'm going to show you how I attach it to rock for like immediate use. You can use super glue, you can use rubber bands, lots of different methods. I like the thread method the best, and usually you want to use a dark green or a black. I ran out of black, so we are using a gray. Hopefully this doesn't stand out too much. But we're going to take pieces of that Java moss and put it on some of this rock here. All right, so we have our Java moss on a rock over there, and we have our Java moss that's going to be propagating and growing a luscious mat on our lava stone over here. Let me give you a close-up. So we just got little bitty lava moss rocks, and that's gonna look good. I'm gonna put this in the farm tank submerged in water. So this is gonna be the submerged one, and these ones are gonna grow out of water. Now I do have this partially covered with water. I may have a ½ inch of water down there. That way they're always gonna stay wet. And I'm also going to spray this every so often, maybe every other day to every day. Just mist it with a little bit of water so that it stays moist. Okay, so here's the farm tank. I got some cryptocorin. I got a lot of stem plants, Java fern growing in here. I'm about to add those moss balls in here so they can start growing until I figure out where I want to put them. Those are starting to look pretty good. The green little rocks, just little moss balls. Soon they'll start growing out and getting kind of spiky and wild looking, and it's really gonna look good maybe in just a couple weeks. I don't want to put too much moss in here because then there won't be enough room to plant all the other plants, and I still have, you know, maybe 7 or 8 moss balls left, so I'm probably gonna put this inside of the 75 gallon or the 20 gallon. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look and see which one I'd rather put it in. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get the Java moss that's kind of growing on the lava rock up here on the light. Let's go ahead and put the dome on it, and now it will be ready to grow. Maybe just a month or so. It should just be one giant carpet, one flat mat of Java moss. I'm really looking forward to that. My little red gar is already checking out the Java moss there. He's checking to see if there's any food. These guys are so cool. Check out the doctor fish, the red garas, or the panda gars. Really cool algae eater. So here's the 75 gallon semi-aggressive community tank. I'll probably put a couple of those moss balls down here, and then I'll probably add the rest in the 20 gallon. All right, so I went ahead and put the Java moss around that bottom piece of the wood, and the tiger barbs and blue barbs are like attacking it. I think they think it's food in there. There may be all kinds of little debris in there that they want to munch on. So they're actually going to town. I don't think they eat Java moss because I got Java moss growing up there and they haven't been eating it. So this is pretty interesting to watch. I haven't seen them do this before. Maybe there's some kind of residue in there that's causing them to think it's food. I'm gonna get a close-up because it's pretty interesting. Guys, take a look at this. All the tiger barbs are starting to circle the Java moss. I did not expect this to happen. We can see the panda gar down there. Electric blue acara is even coming. I think they think it's just food down there. These guys act like I don't feed them, like I've never fed them in like a week or something. Probably throw some food in there, but they are really checking out this Java moss. All right, so we just have 2 Java moss balls left, so not a lot. We're gonna add it to the 20 gallon long tank. Got a few endlers in here that I wanna start breeding, so having this Java moss start growing out will provide a good bit of shelter for the baby fry. So I'll probably put it on that end over there, or maybe this end. Nah, I'll probably stick on that end over there, and that'll be the baby shelter side. Alright guys, and that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you learned how to propagate moss. I hope you learned a good way to do it very quickly. I'm really excited about the upcoming projects with this Java moss coming, so definitely stay tuned for that. And so for those of you wondering what the Easter egg is, starting a few weeks ago, I started posting every single video a milked up coffee, so a really milked down cup of coffee. There's an inside joke. You'll have to watch one of those videos to get it. But if you spotted the coffee cup in this video, go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll be sure to give you a shout out in the next video. Until next time, guys. See ya.
Always we make new stuff like this, like this. We also make new fish tanks, and also we have crab. Isn't the thing? See you later, guys. Have fun.